Hello and welcome to the last edition of C-State News. I'm Sam Ficken. Last Sunday night, President Obama announced the death of Osama bin Laden, leader of the al-Qaeda attacks against the United States on September 11, 2001. This marks the end of a 10-year hunt for the world's most wanted terrorist. He was killed in Pakistan after a team of American Navy SEALs burst into the compound where he was hiding in. He was unarmed, but other al-Qaeda operatives fought before the team reached Mr. bin Laden. In a raid on a target as dangerous as bin Laden, the Navy SEALs team would be justified to open fire at any commotion, even if he was not armed. John B. Bellinger III, legal counsel at the National Security Council and State Department in the Bush administration, comments that Mr. bin Laden was a dangerous man, and he says, quote, "If he's nodding at someone in the hall or rushing to the bookcase, or you think he's wearing a suicide vest, you're on solid ground to kill him." The news of his death has sparked many responses. Crowds gathered outside the White House, in Times Square, and at the Ground Zero site, waving American flags, cheering, shouting, laughing, and chanting USA, USA. It is unclear what will happen next, but for now, to quote President Obama, on this night, we can say that justice has been done. In a related story, Thursday morning, President Obama honored those who lost their lives on September 11th. The wreath ceremony, he had a chance to meet one-on-one with the people whose lives were changed, relatives of the victims, as well as firefighters and other rescue workers who lost comrades that morning. Mr. Obama said Thursday, "What happened Sunday night sent a message. When we say we will never forget, we mean what we say." Last week, tornadoes ripped through 6 different states in the South, leaving behind destruction and fear. Small and large towns alike are trying to put together the pieces and find family and friends that may have lost their lives. In a small town, Heckleburg, Alabama, confusion has struck almost as hard as the winds. People who are not missing or killed are being put on lists that are saying they are. There are missing people published in a list with there was a missing persons list published on Monday with 300 people, and by Wednesday it was cut down to 30. All across Alabama, state officials are publishing lists that they need to recalculate. On Sunday, there were 250 fatalities across the state, and that dropped to 236 by Monday morning. Friends and family members are, however, seeing these lists and thinking their loved ones are missing or deceased. One woman accounted that she thought her friend was dead and then saw him later on the week, and her friend thought the same thing about her. Resident Mike Largan was placed on a missing person list on Sunday and he taken off the list Tuesday. He says, quote, "I'm not missing, I never was." Chinese artist Ai Weiwei has been detained by Chinese government for about a month or so, but his exhibition still opened on Wednesday in Manhattan. The ceremony was overseen by Mayor Michael Bloomberg. 12 artists and art officials represented Mr. Ai as they read excerpts from his interviews and blog posts, citing New York as a city that, quote, "fiercely defends the right of all people to express themselves." His work, called Circle of Animals, is a series of 12 heads of the characters of the Chinese zodiac, for which years are also named: rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and boar. Each head is cast bronze, is about 4 feet high, and set on slender 6-foot bronze base. It suggests an abstracted lotus stem of leaves. Ai Weiwei is best known for his design of the bird's nest, the stadium used for the 2008 Beijing Olympics. However, his work in social activism has gotten him attention from many people around the world that are now calling for his release. Mr. Ai's New York sculptures will be on display through July 15th at the Pulitzer Fountain by the Plaza Hotel. And that's it for this week's edition of National News. I'm Sam Ficken, now over to Tyrone with International News.